$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Got to check out the new KISW face mask design. Go to KISW.com. Sure, we got the skull one. That looks cool, especially for Halloween. But now we have a camo version, and that looks pretty cool as well. So you got two different ways you can represent The Rock and stay safe during COVID. And don't forget, a portion of each mask sold goes to help out the Washington State Nurses Association. Cover your face! Do it the right way. Go to KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Migs. It's time to play the game. Yeah! So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser.
To beat Migs, but it is Wednesday, so maybe we could whack him instead.
Whack it.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see everybody do their Mr. Wacky then. All right.
Woo! Whack it.
Wave your arms in the air and then go whack something.
Okay. Yes. Well, that's...
Whack it.
All right. Let's get to our contestant today. We've got Jackie in Kirkland. Jackie, are you there?
I am.
Excellent.
Nice.
All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Jackie will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Jackie, you can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I am.
Which prophet in the Bible is famous for turning his rod into a bronze snake?
Moses.
Yes. Who played Laurie Strode in the late 70s thriller Halloween?
Pass.
On a map, which U.S. state is directly below South Dakota?
Wyoming.
No.
Montana.
No.
Pass.
In the original Jackson family lineup, how many brothers were there?
4.
No.
5.
Yes. Which U.S. state produces the most chocolate?
Pennsylvania.
Yes. How many times has Billy Bob Thornton been married?
4.
No.
3.
No.
5.
No. What famous U.S. festival hosted over 350,000 fans in 1969?
Woodstock.
Yes. Bruce Willis played a convict turned time traveler in what 1995 movie?
Fifth Element.
No.
Oh, pass.
What is the name of the last video game console Sega released in the United States?
Genesis?
No. 1, 2, 3,
dude.
4 correct. That'll be a tough one for all the older people out there.
That Bruce Willis one has got me stumped.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if I'll be so sad
I'm
at
sure
myself.
you've seen it.
Wow.
Well, I would hope.
Not familiar.
I'll be very hopeful that you've seen it, because if you haven't seen it, I'll be very disappointed in you.
Really?
Yes.
Gosh. Why is this
great.
stumping me?
Oh, I love this.
It's stumping the hell out of me.
Well, just in case
You may be disappointed in me.
Yeah, well, just in case you get a brain flash, don't just yell it out or anything, because Steve's in the room.
Is he?
He is. He's right here.
There he is.
You don't want to help him out any. Steve? Are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
Actually, in honor of Eddie Van Halen, I think I should do David Lee Roth.
Oh, yes!
Good call.
Yes.
Good call. Which prophet in the Bible is famous for turning his rod into a bronze snake?
Crap. Medusa.
No.
Jonah?
No.
Pontius Pilate.
No. Who played Laurie Strode in the late 70s thriller Halloween?
Ooh. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes.
Man, my brain is not working today.
On a map, what U.S. state is directly below South Dakota?
North Dakota.
No. Wow. It's not
Arkansas.
No.
Texas.
No.
Okay.
In the original Jackson family lineup, how many brothers were there?
5.
Yes. Which U.S. state produces the most chocolate?
Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Yes. How many times has Billy Bob Thornton been married?
Twice.
No.
Once.
No.
Oh, crap. 5 times.
No.
6.
Yep. What famous U.S. festival hosted over 350,000 fans in 1969?
Woodstock.
Yes. Bruce Willis played
Brown
a
acid.
convict turned time traveler in what 1995 movie? No.
Oh, Fifth Element.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a tie.
Wow.
You and Jackie whack each other.
Not bad, Jack. It's a mutual whacking.
The Jackie Wacky Show.
There we go. Well, thanks for playing, Jackie. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm glad we got stumped on the same ones, Big.
We're just as dumb, aren't we?
Yeah.
Or just as smart, depending on how you look
There
at it.
you go. There's a bright side.
I won't say that.
Yeah, silver lining on your 4 correct being smart.
Yeah,
there.
the Bruce Willis questions got me stumped. I can't believe I don't know
Not
this.
the Fifth Element?
It is not the Fifth Element.
It was 2 years before.
And he was, the Fifth Element was, that was in just the future. They didn't do any time traveling in that one.
Moses.
That was the answer for the other one, yes.
That was bothering me. Sorry.
Yeah.
There's a movie about Moses? Oh, yeah. Bruce Willis was in a time-traveling movie called Moses.
Well,
His Excellent Adventure.
It was an action star that played Moses.
Was it?
Charlton Heston.
Yeah.
He was an action star?
Well, he was in
Planet of the
Ben-Hur and...
okay, yeah.
I mean, really, and Planet of the Apes and the Omega Man, I think it was, and Soylent Green. I mean, a lot of, like,
Wow,
kind of
okay.
action-y movies. Not the like, Arnold action-y, but action-y
Yeah,
enough.
when you say action, I just think 80s, and I'm like, none of those movies before that really had that.
I think action movies in like the 50s were a little different. Like
Yeah.
them pulling out a gun was like stuntman worthy.
Action.
Does anybody know on a map what U.S. state is directly below South Dakota?
She said Wyoming, right?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, so that's not it.
No, it's not. It's Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Oh, Nebraska.
Everyone forgets about Nebraska.
I do forget about Nebraska, and yet there's the whole, Nebraska thing.
So does Bruce Willis one?
I know. I just I love this because it's killing BJ because he can't remember.
Moonlighting.
Wow.
Well, he was
also,
in that.
No. 12 Monkeys.
Oh, boy, if I saw that, I forget it.
What?
Me too. Yeah. Was Brad Pitt in that?
Yes.
Okay,
They
then I
were
did see
in, they
that.
were in an insane asylum because Bruce Willis goes back in time, stop a pandemic, which is oddly appropriate.
I've probably seen it because I love Bruce Willis movies, but I don't remember anything about that
It's
film.
really good, but it's really weird and very strange and really doesn't explain a whole lot. Like, they don't explain
That's
how
probably-
time travel works. They just do it.
Yeah.
And it's...
I don't know if it's my favorite Bruce Willis movie. That's probably why I haven't rewatched it.
It probably won't be, but it's
Yeah.
still pretty good. I've
12
watched it in the
Monkeys.
last couple of years.
Gosh, that's a good question.
Oh, thank you. There was one that, Steve, you didn't get to that Jackie did not get correct. What's the name of the last video game console Sega released in the U.S.?
Ooh, well, it's not Genesis was the first. Dreamcast?
Whoa! Yes!
Good job, buddy.
Wow!
That's what I would have said. That's the
Yeah.
only two things I can remember.
Yeah.
I don't know any other Sega consoles other than the
Yeah.
Dreamcast and the Genesis.
Yeah, they had the Saturn and they had the Sega
Saturn.
CD.
Sega.
Yeah. The funny note on that: the Dreamcast, why it was the final one, is because you could hack the CDs and you could just make your own CDs up with them, and it kind of ruined them.
Oh, because people were just trading those.
Yeah. You could just buy them on eBay or just burn your own CDs.
Someone says it was the best system ever. Go Dreamcast.
It was really good. That was the one where I got so mad at it playing Street Fighter, I took the controller and put it up against the wall and smashed it.
Oh, that's why it was a good game.
Well, it was a great system. Street
Yeah.
Fighter was just frustrating.
Yeah.
I never owned that one. I had Sega Genesis was like my jam. I remember I was so excited because they had Double Dragon.
Dude, they did. Like,
I love that arcade game.
The Sega Genesis was so cool, my grandma used it.
Wow.
Well, that sounded kind of weird to say. But no, she loved Sonic. She loved playing Sonic because it was one button to jump and it was perfect.
Yeah.
Congratulations on both Jackie and Steve on tying each other.
Gotta love that mutual whacking. Gotta love that.
The dual whacking.
Of course, you're going to be hearing a lot about this, seeing it on your feeds as well. Eddie Van Halen, he lost his 10-year battle with cancer yesterday, 65 years old, and one of the greatest innovators on the guitar, rock's greatest innovators, really. And
also the guitar itself. What an iconic looking guitar. I think at some point everybody wanted that guitar or just loved that pattern with the bright red and the lines of the black and the white.
Yeah. He, it's just the outpouring of love is amazing, and it's nice to see. It's very, very nice to see. And how about this? Before learning to play the guitar, Eddie and his brother Alex, they had years of classical piano lessons. And their mother insisted that this happened for Eddie and Alex. And here's Eddie telling the story of how he could never read music, but was talented enough to play it anyway.
The funny thing is, I never learned how to read music. I fooled the teacher. I was just blessed with good ears. I'd watch his fingers and emulate what he did. He didn't find out till much later that I couldn't read. He actually found out one time when he was playing a new piece of music, and he asked me to turn the page for him, and I'm sitting going... He goes, "What's the matter? You're supposed to turn the page." I'm going, "What? I can't read." He's going, "What?" This was after like 5 years of lessons with the guy.
That's amazing.
So he just faked it the entire time.
And he was that good.
Yeah. It kind of triggers a memory when I was a kid and being in like high school, junior high school band. It was a junior high school that we had it. I was the same. I could not read music, and reading drum music was just, it was just too much for me. So I would, whenever I was in like the performance and they had a certain song we had to learn, like Mac the Knife or something stupid like that, like just some random song that our high school jazz ensemble would play, I would just sit and listen to the song obsessively over and over and over and memorize it because I just couldn't read the music, and I would act like I'm reading it when like our guy, our music teacher,
nice move.
Until he finally figured it out, because he was just like, how is it that like one day you just are completely awful, and then you come back the next day and you know how to play it? Like you just learned how to read. I'm like, I'm memorizing these things. He's like, I appreciate you trying. You got to learn how to read. Never did. So I get it. Reading music is hard.
Yeah, it is, dude. I'm with you. I mean, back in the day, I was trying to do the same thing, and I couldn't figure it out. Mm-hmm. I could not figure out reading music, and I don't know how people can do it. Rather than just listen playing by ear, seems like it's so much easier.
See, the way I learned was I did like classical guitar, where they taught you to read notes, but I didn't learn anything that like how to do guitar until like I just learned from my classmates who were playing Van Halen, Nirvana, Green Day, and that was the only way that I could actually learn to play guitar. I can't read music now anymore because I haven't done it in so long, but it's just such an awkward thing to me that like you learn how to play it, but you don't actually use it.
It's impressive to watch somebody that could just look at the sheet music and just start playing the song like effortless.
Oh yeah,
like know exactly what the tempo, all that stuff.
That is cool.
Yeah, it's out of my talent level.
Yeah.
I use the word talent very lightly. Definitely not the same as Eddie. I gotta wonder though, if like whoever was teaching him how to play classical piano, what their first reaction was when they heard Eddie put the guitar down with Van Halen and then pick up the keyboard to do the opening part of Jump, because it's so like simple and awesome, but like it's simple. Yeah. I wonder if like the teacher's like, I spent all this time teaching this kid how to properly play, and all he's doing is doot 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 doot.
Yeah,
such a great song.
Oh yeah, definitely, dude. Man, that was an anthem.
But I remember some people being mad because like some of the old school rockers that like were like the older kids in our high school. They're just like, this is bull crap, man. He's not playing the guitar. And like the song's badass though.
Yeah.
It was more like junior high than high, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. A lot of those folks just, they resisted the new sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about
who I should try and track down?
What?
Is my buddy Domi. The guy I used to play hockey with.
I was just saying that yesterday.
He was a roadie for Van Halen.
That I did
during
not
the
know.
1984 tour.
Whoa.
That's
a good idea.
I'm going to reach out to him.
Reach out to Domi.
Yeah.
How about this? I guess Eddie never wanted to play the guitar. It was not his original thing. He wanted to be like you.
Yeah, I knew that. He wanted to play drums.
I didn't know that.
I quit piano lessons and said, I want to get myself a drum kit because I like the song Glad All Over by Dave Clark 5. And I wanted to play drums, so I got a paper out, bought a St. George drum kit for $125, My mom somehow had convinced my brother to still do something musically respectable, which is take flamenco guitar lessons. All I remember is me going out and throwing the papers and coming home, and he's playing my drums. And then finally I just said, okay, he's just better than I am.
Isn't that still? You got to, even though they whatever, they weren't listening to their mom a whole lot. Her love of music, and making them want to play music somehow did stick. They may not have read music and they may not have played the stuff she wanted them to play, but it stuck. I mean, both those kids, music and very, very damn good at it.
And you just think about we all, obviously celebrate the talent that is Eddie Van Halen, but I mean, Alex is an incredible drummer. He's so damn good. So I get he was like, you're better at me than this. Like, he is so great. Like, the two of them together is what made Van Halen so great. I know, Eddie obviously is the guy that gets a lot of the accolades, and understandably so. But man, as a drummer, listening to some of the stuff that Alex did was just on another level. Yeah, they pushed each other, and I think that's what made Van Halen so great.
And it's a testament to the two brothers, and a testament to the fact that the people thought when they lost David Lee Roth, those guys wouldn't be able to go on, but they did.
No, they did pretty okay with Sammy Hagar.
Yeah.
Now Gary Sharon, that's a whole other story.
Well, listen, the lightning can strike so much.
Twice, yes.
Yeah. And also, too, he got together also with another icon and made an amazing song that was a huge, huge song, and that was with Michael Jackson.
Beat It.
Yeah.
That's right. The guitar solo.
Yeah, and it was, that was just another amazing match. We weren't too used to mashups. People would get mad when genres would cross like that, and I remember, some really idiot people were like, why is he doing this? Why is he with Michael Jackson, and it's like, well, it turns out it was a very, very smart thing for him to do, because that was a huge song, and it was a great sounding song, and a lot of it was due to the fact that because of his solo.
There's a great picture also of the boys in Alice in Chains that posts on their Twitter and says, thank you, Eddie, for all you did for us. You're a legend, and you will be missed. Heart, Eddie Van Halen. And it was during their tour. A lot of times bands play pranks on each other when the tour ends. Like the last show of a tour, typically you're getting a pie to the face, you're getting toilet paper or whatever. The guys in Alice in Chains during Van Halen's set just crashed the stage wearing nothing but thongs. And the picture is it's awesome, because there's Eddie just cracking up, looking at Jerry, Sean, and Lane Staley wearing nothing but a thong in their looks like Doc Marten boots.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, good, they got the Docs.
Yeah.
Well, they were grunge. That was like part of that's like the grunge must wear.
That was their thong flannel.
That's a great picture. That is a great picture.
It's disturbing and great.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. And you're right. Eddie's face is priceless in that picture. We got a popular actor that just shared that he has no problem making fun of himself for a certain superhero role that he took in a movie. I'll tell you who that is at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. So Ryan Reynolds, gotta love him, man. He's had a great career in Hollywood. Of course, there is one role that he actually still makes fun of himself for doing. A lot of other people do, and that's Green Lantern.
Oh.
No, do not
Steve,
even.
What are you Green Lantern greater than
Deadpool.
I'll see myself out.
Yeah. Yeah. During a press event for his new movie, Free Guy, which looks really good, by the way.
Dude, I didn't even know anything about this, and I went and watched the trailer this morning, and that looks great. It's like a sci-fi comedy.
And dude, the woman in it is fantastic. A lot of people don't know her, his female co-star, Jodie Comer. She's the Killing Eve gal, and she's a terrific actor. So I am so looking forward to this because of those two in there. Yeah, Jody's great.
So what, he's living life in a video game.
Yes.
Right?
He's like, what is he, an NPC? Right?
Yeah, non-player character. So he's one of those boring guys in the background that you punch in Grand Theft Auto.
But somehow he gets, he basically becomes aware of himself.
And then realizes he's in a game.
Yeah, which is a pretty fascinating thing.
It's going to be so dumb and so awesome.
Well, I saw it said it was supposed to come out December 11th. I'd imagine if things were back to normal. But I saw a funny video that him and the co-stars made where they're like reading other, like, coming out in a January in the near future, or like coming out on a 4th of July, maybe.
Yeah.
Like they're just doing all these random dates because they're like, I don't know when this movie's coming out. We were hoping December 11th.
And we got some good news that the governor's going to open up some movie theaters to, a limited capacity around here. That's cool. In our state, hopefully we're still one of the counties that they say yes to.
Damn straight.
Yeah. And so, of course, Ryan he's got a good sense of humor about Green Lantern. And he says it's more than just about laughing at myself and not laughing at other people. He goes, necessarily the folks that were involved in the project. But he said, laughing at myself and my own contribution to that failure, or however you want to characterize it. He said, well, that was just something that I thought was worth examining. I mean, he says, in examining it, you take that energy that is typically maybe hurtful, or maybe it's something that's dragging you down, and you end up creating sort of a mental judo with it. You're using its energy against it and creating something positive out of it.
Did he smoke some pot before answering this question? Like, why can't he just say, look, I made a bad movie, and instead of fighting with people, I've decided to embrace the suck, and I agree that it's bad.
Embrace the suck. I love that term.
Well, embrace the suck and turning it around and therefore making it positive. I see what he means.
I know, but it was like a very wordy way to just say, look, I get it. Like, I'm not gonna try and act like it was an Academy Award winner. I wish he would go back and redo it. Like, let's redeem ourselves.
I don't know if he's going to be the guy, but it would be nice to see a good Green Lantern movie, that's for sure.
What if the movie's about Deadpool getting cast as Green Lantern?
Yeah.
Oh, why not?
All right, sure, why not?
I mean, I'll take it. And I might argue it's more like mental Aikido, I think.
Oh, my
gosh. That's when you use somebody's energy against them. So I'm going to give him a little mental Aikido. But I know what he was trying to say.
Do you know anything about judo?
I don't know anything about judo, but I know about Aikido.
I think it's more like a mental Marie Kondo, personally.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, judo, I think, is what Bruce Lee used to do, right?
No.
Oh, he didn't do judo?
Well, I mean, he probably did judo, but he did Jeet Kune Do.
Yeah, it was kind of a mishmash of certain practices.
Judo is all about tossing
water,
people.
Man. He was water.
Yeah, judo's about tossing people, and Aikido is about using your own energy, like their energy against them. You're not really even fighting them. You're just basically holding them off by using their own energy. And so I thought in his
Karate talk on the rock.
Yeah. And his analogy is sort of like, I took something that was, meant to be negative towards me, but I've used it and turned it around for my own good.
Yeah, judo does the same thing, though.
Does it really?
Yes.
Oh, all right, fair enough. Then you know what? I take it back, and judo and Aikido apparently are very similar.
Look, buddy, you owe Ryan Reynolds an apology.
Sorry, Ryan. And Rev is our judo expert. I'm going to follow him.
Hey,
on
I took
this.
3 months of Taekwondo.
Damn straight.
Oh, is that judo?
No, it's
okay.
Taekwondo.
Okay, fair enough.
This is getting worse and worse.
We should probably leave it to a judo expert is what we should really do.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
Bottom line is he makes fun of himself, figuring, hey, I can, you know what, if you think it was bad, I'll make fun of it too and say it was bad as well. And he's done a great job with it. And based on this, we want to know, what is something from your past that even you have got to make fun of yourself about? Because that's what Ryan Reynolds says. Yeah, I got to make fun of myself for Green Lantern. How about you? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What is something from your past that even you say, yeah, I got to make fun of myself about this? We got your calls. We got your texts, 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. We'll take them after STP on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Ryan Reynolds just did an interview explaining why he likes to make fun of himself for doing Green Lantern. So we thought, how about you, man? What is something from your past that even you have to make fun of yourself about? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Chris in Seattle. Chris, you are on The Rock.
Hello, gentlemen.
Good morning, Chris. How about you? What do you got to make fun of yourself about?
Well, when I was in college, me and my buddies picked up a sack of weed and went back to the house and loaded one up, and we had stopped and gotten a sandwich on the way, and it had kind of gotten cold, so I decided after we smoked the bowl I was going to put my sandwich in the oven, and a little while after that I was trying to find my bag of weed. And me and my buddies are looking around for it, and all of a sudden We swear we can smell it. And I realized my bag of weed is in the oven.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, you really were high, weren't you, my friend?
And were you trying to smoke the sandwich? Like, how did that get messed up?
I had taken the sandwich out to check to see how hot it was. It wasn't hot enough and put it back in the oven. When I realized the bag of weed was on the oven when I put the pan on the oven.
No.
And then it went back.
Yep, that's how you
That's
do
in
it,
college,
Chris.
man. A bag of weed, like you hope that you're gonna get like every little ounce of, like just like the littlest of the shake that's in that bag. You're not gonna let any of it go to waste.
Times are lean for that, man. Yeah.
Meanwhile, contact high for everybody near that apartment building.
Right? Oh, this is a nice scent of marijuana in our home.
That's
we don't even get to enjoy it. I'd be so mad at him.
I don't blame you, dude. Yeah, and that's you know what? That's you got to make fun of yourself for that one.
You do. I mean, shocking. You're a stoner doing something that a stoner would do.
Yeah,
accidentally set your bag of weed on fire.
206-421-ROCK, text us at 77999. What is something from your past that even you have to make fun of yourself about?
Speaking of setting things on fire, I have to still make fun of myself for burning my family's garage down while working on a high school science experiment. Spoiler alert, I got a D on the project and I was grounded for 9 months. It was supposed to be 12, but mom and dad let me out early for good behavior, LOL.
Oh,
9 months grounded.
Yeah, but you know what? That's a serious crime. I miss those days where you get grounded, kid, for that long.
Yeah, you destroyed the garage. I'm picturing the garage was not attached to the house. Otherwise, it could have been worse.
Yeah, that's a fact.
At least that's what I've made up in my head with this story.
Yeah, burn the garage down.
How about this one? I had to make fun of myself for the time that I hurled while exchanging vows at my wedding. A, too much tequila, and B, thank God we opted not to film our wedding.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm kind of sad you didn't film your wedding.
Yeah, that's wow.
You didn't say the divorce, so I'd imagine that it didn't hurt the wedding.
I can see having nerves, but I would be afraid to drink. Because that would make me even more nervous. Because I feel like I gotta be lucid during this.
Oh, you didn't drink before your wedding?
No,
I had a flask in my back pocket while exchanging the vows.
Same, actually.
Yeah, I was pretty hammered.
I was afraid that I'd screw it up, so I was like, I have to be on my complete game here. I can't be drinking anything afterwards. After all the saying stuff, I said, all right.
That's hilarious because I thought I can't mess this up. Our pastor's going to tell me what to say. All I have to do is repeat what he's saying.
That's a really good point.
It's not like he's giving me a field sobriety.
Oh, you didn't have to do one of those things where you had to sort of make up some vows, like say something nice to her.
No, it was all done ahead of time.
Yeah, I can't remember. I was drinking at your wedding, so I don't remember what you did, to be honest with you. I drank before your wedding.
Right. I just said a quick hi to everyone, said eat and have fun.
Yeah.
Let's go. And that was pretty much all I said in front of people.
We were kind of hippies, so, we were.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Totally hippies.
Yeah, so we were like, you're my wildflower and my bang the drum kind of lady.
Oh, you're bang the what?
You're okay.
Glad
you finished that.
Yeah, I had to say
drum.
something. Yeah.
Did you only have 2 people at your wedding? Like just you and your wife?
We had a very small amount of people because of the drama. So we got married at her mom's house, and I would say maybe a dozen people showed up.
So I say my best man showed up that morning of and had the mimosas and the bottle of whiskey ready to go. Like we were taking shots all morning.
Yeah, we had a party bus take us to the venue, and there was so much Fireball on that bus.
Well, in all fairness, yours was in Vegas. Like,
hell yeah.
You had to do it that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like drinking's a thing if you're in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Ours had like a bunch of like men's room red bottles that were in there and just all different types of vodka. It was great. The boardroom was where it was at the Columbia Winery.
Nice.
The boardroom, which was awesome. Like, let's go to the boardroom.
Did we almost drink all of the booze before the wedding?
Yes. Well...
Yeah.
Well, I allocated an X amount of dollars to make sure that the wedding was going to be open bar for everybody. And when I talked to the venue, they said this much will make sure that you will have alcohol for the entire night. And I was like, okay, let's do a little bit more because I know I have a couple people that are fans of drinking alcohol, but I also have people that don't drink at all. Like, a lot of people in my wife's family don't drink at all. And we went to go after we did our vows and got married, and we went down to take pictures in the wine barrels and all this stuff. And I come back up. This is before the reception started, and they pulled me saying, like, sir, if you want the open bar to continue to be an open bar, you have to give us some more money. I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, we've already went way past.
Oh, yeah, baby.
I was like, you guys said that this was more than enough to last the entire night. To go, we weren't anticipating that many shots to be taken and this and that and the other thing. And I'm just like, and I look at Mile Thrill and Ted, and they're just hammered and Castle.
Yep.
And I'm just like, see, you didn't factor in these guys.
Yeah, why did you know about those guys? Come on.
So let's talk. Let's get this figured out.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I'm curious what your daughter's going to say about all this.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
I'm actually afraid for my wedding because we know I like to party, but I can't be wasted going down. I don't even know if I'd make it down the aisle if I did shots and shots and shots and shots before.
Fortunately, it's the early part of the wedding, so you can kind of pace yourself.
Yeah, but have you met me?
Yeah.
Do I pace myself?
Yeah, you don't.
No.
And that's going to be my job. You're not. I'll just tell you that I won't walk you down the aisle if you're trashed.
You would so still walk.
You're still going to walk. You know what?
You're trying to
I
pawn
have
me
to
off
drag
to
her down the
J-Rubs.
aisle.
I'll walk you down the aisle.
Oh, will you?
If you get too drunk.
Oh, I love that.
Can we just rent a wheelchair and just push her down the aisle?
Actually, that would be amazing too. So then I for sure don't fall. But this was back in high school.
All firemen carry you.
Oh,
That's even better.
I shirtless.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of weird.
Oh, is that weird?
Because I'm handing you up to your
yeah.
soon-to-be husband. I'm just doing a solid for your pops.
Wait
I
a
don't want you
second.
shirtless.
Did the wrestling guy say it would be weird to carry her down shirtless?
Well, yes, it's her wedding.
I think it's
It's
weird.
a wrestling
At
wedding.
least she'd be wearing a singlet.
Okay, fine.
I think it's weird because knowing Sarah, she's going to want a short dress, so it's going to
I
get.
do. I want a really
weirder.
short romper. And I told J-Rubs he can wear a tuxedo shirt.
A wedding
And I
romper?
want him to practice to lift me above his head so he
Awesome.
can do a few bench presses or whatever with me. Laying down one on my side.
Oh my god.
This won't end poorly at all.
I'm a little
wedding.
nervous about it because we haven't even successfully done it sober.
Right.
So we're both having a few drinks and he's got to lift me up.
Are you going to wear your birthday dress that you've worn for the past 14 years?
Oh, I should.
God.
No, I feel like I have to get a wedding dress, but it's going to be short for sure.
So why are we talking about this?
Oh, yeah. I want my legs, stilettos. I kind of want to look like a slutty bride.
Okay.
Fair.
Well,
Hey, it's 2020. I can do whatever I want.
alrighty.
All bets are off.
Right?
Well, then you better hurry up and get married.
Oh, I know. Shoot. I need a ring first.
I'm done with this conversation. I want to move on.
Okay, fine.
Thank you. That's fine. Yesterday we learned, and very sad news that we learned that Eddie Van Halen passed at the age of 65. And one of our buds, Craig Gass, actually lived with Eddie many years ago. So Craig's going to join us and share some Eddie Van Halen memories at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another listener question. How do I rebuild my credit after filing bankruptcy?
You rebuild it, one creditor at a time by making your payments on time on your rent or your mortgage, by continuing to make car payments on a car that you keep during your case. You can also, as I said, you can almost always get a credit card almost immediately after filing bankruptcy. Sometimes it's a secured card, and it'll almost always have a really high interest rate on it. But you could get a small balance credit card and charge a tank of gas or a dinner once a month on that and make the payment, pay it off every month, and that'll help you build a credit history one creditor at a time, and will help you rebuild your credit over time.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.